Again, I want to look at the philosophical razor. What problem does it resolve? And here's some examples of things that we solve for at GE. Software consolidation. This is an area where in the multi-point inspection arena, in the CRM arena, we had a number of softwares stacking on top of each other. And it gets really problematic to manage both from an expense standpoint and from just a user management standpoint. And so we thought it was worthwhile in consolidating down our multi-point inspection tools. We're down to 2. We're down basically to 1 CRM, and our CRM integrates a bunch of softwares that we were stacking in history. So that was worthwhile for us. And if you think about it, that's all user experience, right? I think email sucks. And I will preach that all day long. I hate email. Email sucks. And for that reason, we integrated a video and texting solution into their CRM. And so that was both a user experience thing and a customer experience thing that we were solving for. You can't improve what you don't measure, and that's specific to you guys. We brought on you as a partner because we needed to know how bad our phone system was, and we didn't have good mechanics for that analysis. On top of that, you guys bring a nice suite of coaching tools to us, and that suite of coaching tools brings us additional ROI. This is one that dealerships solve for where your turn rate sucks. But this goes to any business, right? Because you have some product that you sell that you need to turn quickly in order to be more profitable. And so we've brought on inventory management tools, reconditioning tools to make our processes more efficient in the back end of the stores and the shops. So those are just some examples of softwares and problems that we've actually resolved. So let's talk about the gauntlet. This is the gauntlet. So if I am assessing you as a vendor, I'm going to put you through the gauntlet. And so I'm starting with that disruption score. I'm going to look at existing competence. Now, we haven't talked about existing competence, but existing competence is just, hey, I got this number of employees that are really good at this software already. And I have to consider that because that's going to increase my disruption if I take those folks off one software and put them on another. But like we just discussed, that could be a good thing. It could be a really good thing, but it's just one of those things we have to measure. And the example I use for that is that the GE organization was looking at Techion, but the reality is that we had 300 years of experience in CDK. Ouch, that's a lot of experience, total experience to bring us off of for a new software that's highly disruptive. And so that was part of our measurement. Time to competence, we talked about. Manager resistance versus buy-in, I'll talk a lot more about that. Capacity to launch in person, I'll talk more about that. Quality and reputation. So if I am assessing a vendor, I want to know the support quality to the point where I ask vendors, I want to interview one of your support personnel, ideally the person that's going to work with me directly. And in whether it's a logistics issue, a privacy issue, whatever, a lot of vendors won't allow me to do this. But no, if you don't allow me to do that, I'm going to ask everybody I know about you. And so I'm going to go based off the reputation for your ability to support your clients. The value proposition versus the competition. So if I'm speaking to a vendor, I'm going to ask, hey, what do you do better than your competition does? And let me tell you, if you don't have an answer for that, it's going to piss me off because I've done a whole bunch of research on your competition and you haven't done your own research on your competition. It tells me a lot about how your firm is operating. I spent 4 or 5 years with Cox, essentially in industrial espionage. All I was doing was learning other products that were competitors to us. So I knew how to sell against them. And so I put a lot of weight into a vendor understanding their competition and what makes them better. Use the live software. And I've had a number of demos to me where the pitch is through PowerPoint. Now, clearly, I'm a PowerPoint dude. I love PowerPoint, but don't show me PowerPoint in the pitch. I need to see the live software, and I need a great demo from the live software. I don't need a PowerPoint presentation for that type of thing. Don't suck on the RFP. All of you guys should know an RFP is a request for a proposal. And a really good RFP is we put you in a room against your competition and you need to outpitch the competition. And we have done this at GE Automotive, did this a lot at Toyota. Toyota, we did a ton of RFPs looking at different vendor sets. And people win or lose based on the presentation quality of the RFP. But the beauty of an RFP is, at least for us, when we send out an RFP, we're going to line out for you exactly what we want to see. And all you got to do is follow the rules and then not suck in the presentation. But it's kind of surprising how few companies actually do that. And then number 10 here is expense. And I think that shocks a lot of dealers when I present this to dealers. I'm not even looking at expense and ROI until the very end. Well, when you start thinking about this, if you survive my gauntlet, you're probably not the cheapest tool out there. Make sense?